Hey, hello everybody, and welcome. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday. Here on the East Coast, we had to set our clocks ahead, so we're all losing an hour of sleep. And well, you feel that, don't you? But that's okay. Not a big deal. We'll get through it, and hope everybody's having a good night. I hope everybody had a good day, nice weekend. I did. So far, so good. And let's see what's going on. Let's all see who shows up at some point here, and we'll go from there. Until then, until somebody shows up, we can always do we can throw down an oracle card here or there and see what's going to happen. What's a good theme for tomorrow? Hey, thanks, Sid. What's a good theme for tomorrow? Come to the edge. Come to the edge. How's that sound? It sounds like a good theme. Just the only one here is me. It's just you and me, Sid. But that's okay. Hope you're doing well. Hope the weather in California. You can't hear me at all? All right. Well, hold on. Can you hear me now? Does that help? Let's see. Is that working? That working? No, not yet, huh? No good. All right, so I'm going to end this broadcast then and probably start over if that doesn't work. Oh, okay, it was you. Oh, all right. Hey, that's better. I'm glad it wasn't me. I wasn't sure. Anyhow, how you doing? Oh, okay. Much better. That's much better. So I hope you're doing well. Hope the weather in California is nice today. Hope you didn't really miss that hour of sleep too much. Let's see what we got going for the next week. Do you have any questions? These cards are huge. These oracle cards. Oh my gosh. Hey, Karina. How are you? It's good to see you. Thanks for coming out. These are some themes for the next week. Oh, that's good. They're good ones. Peace, poised, and regeneration. Those are 3 good things to do this week. Have peace, be poised, and hopefully be regenerated by the end of the week. That would be a great thing. Regeneration by the end of a week is a very difficult thing to do. These cards are the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. It's a complete Oracle deck. I forget how many cards are in it though. 50 something cards. Yeah, all right. We get a job. I know. You've been looking and looking. All right, let's see what we got for you. Let's see what we've got. That's probably really loud, I bet. Yeah, that does. It does have really nice images on it. Really pretty. Um, I'm hoping you can see them real clear on this camera and stuff. I hope the picture's good. I hope the sound is good. I worry about that every night when I go on. All right, let's see what we got here. Will you get a job soon, Sid? Let us see. Oh, yeah, you like that? That's cool. It's a cool thing. Queen, the Knights. My goodness, you got all the court guys going. The Two of Pentacles. Hey, Tio. How are you? Thanks for stopping in. Does any of this look familiar? All right, so you got the Queen of Wands into the Knight of Cups. Things are moving kind of slow on the job front, unfortunately. But eventually, it looks like you may have a couple choices. Yeah, balance. I know you said you've been telling me how unbalanced you've been, but look, you'll have choices. Things will come along. Things will come along, but they're not going to come along real fast. But they're moving into here, and you'll be victorious. Yeah, that's the big victory thing. Plus, to me, this always means that you'll have a lot of support. That you'll have all the support that you can, that you need. But I don't see that it's going to be. Maybe this won't be quite a long job for you. Maybe this will be just a short-term thing, and it'll be something that you move out of and into something different in in a short amount of time, not a real long time. But you're moving off to your future there, and it seems like you'll find something, you'll have choices, and you'll get the support you need, and then you'll probably move on to something else, something better for you, I would hope. So, all right, let's see, what do we got? Hey, Tree, how are you? I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. All right, let's see who's got what to say. Yeah, you're right, Tio. This scrolling up and down is the most exciting thing in the whole stream. Because now I can't find the one that she had up there that I have to get rid of. There it is. Very good. All right, now it won't go away. There it goes. All right, Tree wanted to know if she could just get a general reading about things. Get a general reading. Definitely give you a general reading. Karina, I'll get to, yeah, you can ask a question, Karina, definitely. Go right ahead. You're starting off real good, Tree. You've got. It looks like you got everything. You have it all. You've got the money, and you've got the family and the friends and everything. You've got it all. Ten of Pentacles, of course, um, and the world, same thing. You are happy. You've got everything you need, everything you want at that point. Coming up, you also have somebody who is, may come into your life that is very grounded, very much interested in how they are. Let's see. And again, it may be somebody who is very miserly. They may be they may have money, but they may be holding on to that money. I think in the end, this person is probably not going to be good for you, because it's going to be a lot of fighting, and it's not going to turn out really great with whoever this person is. So I would, if you find somebody who is a little tight with their money, then I would suggest probably staying away from them. That might be the best thing for you. But that's my general reading for you, Tree. Okay, Karina. Karina would like a love reading. Love read, please. What will happen between Francisco and you? Francisco of Scorpio. A Scorpio. Francisco and you. You're welcome, Sid. Thank you. If you could see my lighting, Sid, like I said, it's an LED light that my wife had for her sewing, and I kind of stole it away from her. And it aims up towards my white walls and white ceiling, and it's just in the right spot. I had to move it around for almost 3 hours one night, just trying to find a good spot for it to get the right light without being too bright, not being too soft, and not shining on shiny cards, which is difficult. No, Shaker Maker, you're in time. You're a good time. I do have a hard stop at about 5 minutes to 7, so. All right, so let's see what's up with Francisco and Karina. Karina and Francisco. All right, well, yeah, it looks like you've got something new going to start here. Something that's going to start money-wise. Maybe a new job, or something where you'll be starting off to make some money, which will be good. You definitely want to make sure that you are careful with that, and you watch it. It looks to this point like you'll be having money to give and to take, to take people out, to go out, with Francisco, with your friends and anybody else who's looking to go out. But I definitely think you will be going places with him. I think in the end, he may put up a bit of a wall. He may put up a bit of a wall so that that he can't. He's guarding himself. He's really guarding himself because maybe he's been hurt before. Maybe he's had an issue before, but he is definitely guarded. So it looks like he's looking over here towards the 3 of wands, 3 of rods, and that's indecision. He's not decided exactly what he wants. You guys probably, yeah, you probably work together. That's what I'm getting here. You work together, and you again. He's moving into here. He's guarded, but he's moving into into decisions. So he's probably making, he's probably thinking about and trying to make decisions about you. I'd say overall also strength. Just have strength. Isn't that just easy to say? Have strength. Nice and simple, right? Never that simple. But I would, stay the course. Let him make the decision that he wants, and don't let it get too complicated at work. That's for sure. All right, Karina. That's my reading on that. Yeah, it's complicated. Oh, you work in the same place and you travel together. Wow. That's tough. That's tough. And you're not a couple now, huh? Sure, Trey, I can do that. I can do a reading on what your boss, Erin, thinks of you. Absolutely. What does your boss think of you? Wow. I know what my boss used to think of me. And now I'm retired. So that, if that tells you anything. Shaker maker. I am never sure on the work relationships are not always good. That's for sure. Definitely would cause more trouble than it's worth a lot of times. That's an understatement. Tree, I'll go back to your favorite deck here. The old our good old standby, good old Rider-Waite. Wow, you've got a lot of court cards. So, Erin, your boss felt like you had your guard up. Again, same thing, same idea. Your guard was up, her guard. It was something that you definitely had an issue with her, was that she thought that you were guarded and not really open with her. But here you're always seem to be racing back to that also, and not just slowly, but quite quick. You always would go back to a guarded position. Anytime there was a conversation or anything like that, you would be. She would think that you were not as open to her decisions or her ideas quite as much as you really were. And you'd keep trying to go back to that. You would try to go back to those decisions and stuff, but she would always keep thinking you're guarded. Then you moved. Apparently, then you have moved on. You're moving on. Eight of Wands, is always the movement card, and that's what that is showing, that you have moved from this guarded view into a more mature look at your job. So she thought that, okay, you had changed at some point into a much more mature person with your job, and you're probably very set in your ways after you showed that maturity. Hi, Laura. How are you? Thanks for stopping in. So I would say she thinks, she thought in the beginning that you were guarded. You didn't like her ideas and stuff, but you at some point something changed, and she now feels you're much more mature, much more interested in what she's saying, much more interested in her ideas, and that you're very rooted in that type of thing. So, all right, excellent. I'm doing well, Laura. Thanks for asking. Let's see. Who else? What else? What other questions do we have? Yeah, I'm definitely never sure about work relationships. That's for sure, Karina. Remember, of course, all readings that you see on my channel are for entertainment purposes only. Please like and subscribe. If you're having a good time and you feel generous, you can always donate at paypal.me/nightreader326. Any donations are greatly appreciated. How does CS feel about you, Shaker Maker? CS and Shaker Maker. Well, that's it. Hopefully CS's last name isn't Shaker, because then if you got married, you'd be Shaker Shaker. All right, let's see. How CS. Yeah, that's my sad attempt at humor. How does CS feel about you? Yeah, we'll see what shakes out. There's just so many ways to go with that, aren't there? He feels like you're putting up a fight. That's what I would say. Oh man, it's fighting on both ends. You're defending yourself on the left side here, and you are fighting some more on the right side. In the middle, there's a lack of movement. The chariot should be moving, and it's not. You've got two sphinxes, and one of them's laying down, so you know that the chariot's not really moving. So it doesn't look like that he really thinks that things are going to go his way. He's not interested in moving forward into something here at this point. Probably he's very set in his ways. He's very kind of figuring that he knows best. He can control everything and all, and that would cause a lot of fighting. And obviously that's not what you want. He's a Sagittarius. Yeah, that sounds about right. So yeah, that would be what I would say. I don't know that he's real thrilled about moving forward in any type of a relationship, if that's what you were looking for. If you're looking for somebody who's really going to take control of your life and kind of tell you what to do all the time, go for it. Otherwise, yeah, you're going to end up in more fights than you are in than happy times. That's what I would say on that. And that's all I got to say about that. So why is it that none of my love readings ever come out really good? I never get the Two of Cups. I never get the Lovers. I never get the Sun and the Lovers together and happy stuff like that. I don't know. Uh-oh. Everybody's upsetting the bot. Don't upset the bot. I don't know who the bot is, but boy, do they sound upset. So again, hope everybody's having a good night. Anybody else have any questions that they'd like answered? Oh, yes, that was the word. That's a bad one. Oof. Honestly, the bot is made up by StreamYard. So it's whatever they have to say. It's between them and YouTube, one or the other steps in and they think about things. I don't know. I don't know what things I see. How many of those smiley faces can you use? Who knows? Apparently not as many as you want to. Hi, Tree. I'm still here. Are you still there? You guys have another question? I can't block the bot. The bot blocks you, but I can't block him. Yeah. He's the blocker, not the blockee. Yep, that's how it goes. So does somebody else have a question? Oh, please have a question. Or I can give you a nice oracle idea of what your themes for the rest of the month of March is. I can throw down some good oracle cards. These things are huge. These are huge cards. As you can see, these cards in my hand barely fits over them. Yeah, see? CS is very stuck in his ways. That's exactly that's what I was thinking when the Emperor came up. Here we go. Let's see some themes about the month of March. No place like home. Everybody wants to be home. Ooh, soulmates and a higher power. Soulmates, higher power, no place like home. Those are some nice themes for the month of March. Things to remember. Remember about there's a higher power. Remember, if you have a soulmate right now that, you might think they're your rock, but don't take them for granted. All right, that was bad. Don't take them for granted. Yeah. You can always remember there's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Oh, I'm in Kansas now. It really does work. All right. You'd like a general oracle reading. Okay. I can definitely do an oracle reading for you, Tree. Still waiting for your soulmate? Someday your prince will come. All right. Yeah, everybody wants a nice oracle reading. Great. All right, Tree, this one's for you. Unfinished symphony. Do you feel like things are unfinished right now? I know the answer to that, so you don't have to answer. To the sea, that's a neat one. If you can see really close, right up here, there's someone looking over you into the sea. You may be moving forward, but there's somebody who's looking over you. And between worlds, you're stuck between one thing and another. Could be the job that you had and another job, something like that, to that effect. And deep knowing, well, you know exactly what's going on, so you can you can take that for exactly what it says. You have a deep knowing of what's going on in your life. All right. You have your prints. You just need the winning lottery numbers. All right, let's see. All right, Sid, this is your oracle reading that we're looking for. Like I said, these cards are huge and they're really thick. I think there's 54 of them in this deck, and they are thick. Be poised. They're very colorful too. Be poised. If you're poised, you'll end up with milk and honey, which is just what you always, just what you're looking for, right? The world of milk and honey and lottery. Treasure Island, there you go. Maybe you will hit some lottery money. And be an observer. Watch what's going on around you, and that'll help you for the next coming weeks till the end of this month. There's some cool cards. Definitely like that deck. You might want to get that one. You might want that one. Wisdom of the Oracle. Treasure Island, that's a great one. That's a great one to have. Milk and honey makes you hungry, and Treasure Island makes you rich. My goodness, you got it all. You got your prince, you got the food, you got the money in there. You got it all. Karina wanted an oracle reading as well, and so did Laura. So Laura, this one's for you first, because you had asked first. But definitely, Karina, I got you. I got you next. Oh, again, you got soulmates. All that glitters is not gold. Remember that. Although it looks gold, but it looks like somebody could be fooling you here, like some masks. And again, you've got somebody looking over you if you can see it really close. The truth be told. And building blocks. So maybe you'll find a soulmate. Maybe you have a soulmate now, and you're building on that relationship. The truth be told, though, all that glitters is not gold. So that's your theme for March. That's it, Laura. That's what I'm thinking. That's the way I see it. All right. So you're welcome, Karina. Thank you. Tree, you want to know? Hold on, let me get. Let me see. Yeah, we could have dueling oracles. We would have to do a collaboration, and then we'd do some dueling oracle cards. Yeah, well, some of it's platinum. Yep, it's not all gold. It could be platinum. Was there somebody I didn't get to that was looking for an oracle reading? Let me see. Laura got hers, and Karina got hers. And I think that was all of those. Tree, you're looking to find out if you should enroll in nursing school. Should you enroll in nursing school? These cards are so much easier to shuffle. They're not very thick. They're not very big. They do make my life a little easier. All right, let's see what nursing school holds for you. You got the same card again. Exactly the same. Wow. All right. So again, you're thinking about it, and you're extremely guarded on the whole situation. You're not sure. You're just not sure. You don't want to get burned by being in the wrong program. You don't want to be, you don't want anything to happen to you again, because apparently, something here has happened to you before, if you see the bandage on there. So you don't want that to happen again. And that's the part of it. So you probably end up walking away and not going back, because you can't go back. You're blocked here by the 8 of Cups, all 8 of them. And it would be an extreme burden on you to jump right into the nursing program right off the bat. You don't think so. You don't think it would be a burden. You don't think these things are true, but you're not looking at it from the right perspective. You definitely want to look at it from a different perspective, and you'll see that you have so many other choices that the nursing school may not be exactly the way to go. But again, one of the choices may end up being nursing school eventually. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Karina. Thanks, Sid. I appreciate it. Make my thumbs blue. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm too old for blue thumbs. Thank you. You're very welcome, Shaker Maker. I am glad to do it for everyone. Yeah, I've been having a very good time doing this. I'll tell you that. Yep. Oh, you're welcome, Tree. Always my pleasure to help everybody. It's my pleasure to do all these readings for everybody who's watching and everybody who watches later. Remember, all readings are for entertainment purposes only. Hit like and subscribe down there. And if you'd like to donate, it's paypal.me/nightreader326. It's right there at the bottom of the screen. I can't turn my fingers around that good, but it's right there. Yep, there you go. So always keep those things in mind. If I don't have any more questions, I am going to do a reading for myself. I have a family member who is in the hospital. And, can you, Karina, can you ask about Francisco if he has love feelings towards you? Absolutely. You certainly can. You guys take priority over me, that's for sure. Francisco, what are you thinking about her? What are you thinking about Karina? Come on, somebody give me a good love reading. One that actually says you're going to fall in love. That's what I want. I want to see love. I see aces. That's nice. I see Knight of Swords. Oh, the Sun. See, here we go. And the Queen of Wands again. And the Seven of Wands. This isn't showing me so much love either. It looks like you're going to start something new, of course, but you're always going to go back. He's always going to go back to wishing it was something new. You have something new, and he goes back to wishing it was new again. But you do have the Sun, and the Sun shines down, makes everything nice and shiny and happy, and makes you feel happy, makes him feel happy. you got the Queen of Wands, who is definitely somebody who could be either one of you. Yeah, and the action, some action going with the Queen of Wands here is that he's kind of indifferent at this point. He's not sure if he, what his feelings are. He's had feelings, and now he's not sure if he wants to have more feelings. That's kind of how I'm looking at this. He's sitting under the tree, really reflecting on what if he wants more than he already has had. And unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be a bit of a struggle for you to find out if how he really feels. He's not really going to tip his hand to you for you yet, but it's, there could be a point where he does have feelings, because you've got the Sun, but he's not really tipping his hand. Yeah, there you go. He's complicated. He just keeps going back and forth. That's exactly what I'm saying. He goes back to that new beginning over and over and over. All right. So if anyone else has questions, please post them. I don't think I have any that are hanging out in the queue here that I missed. Shaker Maker left. Sid left. Karina was leaving, but she stayed. Thanks, Karina. I appreciate it. Tree's still here. Is Laura? I don't know if Laura's still here or not, but if she is, that's great. I appreciate it. You're very welcome, Karina. I am glad to help and glad to do the readings. I'm fairly new at doing tarot readings, and all the questions you guys give me are helping me just as much as they're helping you. That's for sure. You guys see too that I shuffle these cards and stuff, and I pick from different spots, and you're getting a lot of the same cards coming up. It's not like I'm just taking them off the top and barely shuffling. What does Dominique think of you, Tree? I don't know. Oh, Shaker Maker's still here. Thank you. I'm so glad. I hope next it'll be the Two of Cups for you. I hope so too. You're losing, Tree. You're losing thought over Dominique. There's your Two of Cups. You're losing sleep over what Dominique thinks. I think you're overthinking it. There's what your question was. I think you're overthinking it. And it's keeping you up at night. You know your job, and you know what you have to do, and it's not anything that you're that's new to you. It does look like there's been some type of conflict between the two of you, and one of you was the clear winner of that argument or that fight. Not a fist fight, obviously, not some kind of physical fight, but some kind of an argument or something to that effect. And one of you actually came out as the winner. I do see that this person, that Dominique, she doesn't dislike you. She doesn't dislike you. I mean, the Two of Cups is usually the love card, lovey-dovey, and everybody's happy and in love. Not quite in this case, but she doesn't dislike you. She just thinks that you're a little immature for her. You're a little immature for what she's thinking. So That's how Dominique feels about you. Karina, your Two of Cups came up in this reading. I don't know why. Maybe they were thinking about it. Shaker Maker. Sorry, your connection's dodgy. Is your ex in jail? Oof. Is my ex in jail? Tell me this one, Shaker Maker, if you can still hear me. Do we want it to be yes or no? Do we want him in jail? Is it better off for you? Sometimes that's good. Sometimes not so good. All right, let's see what we got, Shaker Maker. Is your ex in jail? Nope. That's the answer right off the bat. Nope. He's doing pretty well for himself at this point. He didn't have any issues with jail time or anything like that. He definitely didn't. He's happy. He's got everything he wants. I can't get street cards tonight. There we go. He's happy. He's got everything he wants. He's just happy where he is. He might have somebody else. He might have somebody else who is emotionally connected to him, that somebody new that he's just met, that hasn't been around too long. And he's very grounded at this point. He's very, very much not worrying about the stuff that was going on, because apparently it's not as bad as he thought it was, or it may not have been as bad as you thought it was. But yeah, I don't think he's in jail. That's my thought on it. That's for sure. So, he's done a lot of harm to others. Physical harm or mental harm? That's always a tough one. It's better for you. Oh gosh, I'm sorry to hear that, Shaker Maker. I really am. That's rough. That's really rough. That's a tough situation. Oh, BS, huh? My reading was, or he was? All right. Does anybody else have any questions? Again, I am up for another one. There's always someone new. Yeah, that's what it looks like. There's someone new again. There's definitely someone new. How is my loved one doing in the hospital? That's my question. Should I type it up there? Nah. Oh, that's not good. It's not good, but it's very true. Boy, is that ever. I can tell you this. My loved one started out feeling like, just like this, that she was completely in such pain and such suffering that she just wanted to move on with her life. She wanted to just move on. She was emotionally spent, and physically spent. She had heart surgery about a month and a half ago, and she had to make a decision at that time whether she should have more surgery or not. This is a great reading for what happened already. And and now she's in good condition, but she's definitely guarding herself, guarded with doctors, guarded with everybody that's there. Well, this is a very good past reading. That's kind of the past of my loved one in the hospital. So he's a narc. So he tells the police about people on narcotics, or he is on narcotics. Shaker maker. He always lies his way out of everything. Yeah. Well, apparently he got his way out of the jail term too. It'll definitely be somebody else's problem if he stays away. Karina and Francisco. Don't forget, all my readings are on entertainment purposes only. Please hit like and subscribe. Like and subscribe down there at the bottom. Down there somewhere. And if you're feeling generous and want to help me keep the YouTube channel going, feel free to donate at paypal.me. Oh gosh. /nightreader326. Good, Karina, excuse me. I'm not even gonna read this one for you. You could just look at it and see exactly what it means. This is not a good Francisco reading, that's for sure. You're extremely exhausted. Things are going to come to a change that are going to make you even more exhausted and put more burden on you. There's going to be heartache and heartbreak, and then there's going to be some type of abrupt change. Now, maybe on the good side, the abrupt change would be that all of a sudden he's completely in love with you. And if that's the case, well, then that wouldn't be so bad. That would make life a lot better. Matter of fact, there, if we put another card out, I end up with the Four of Wands, which is a very happy card. Everybody's happy. They're all joyous. They're having some type of a soiree. Everything's kind of all there. It's a happy time. So I think after this negative part, you have an abrupt change, and maybe he turns around and he realizes just what he has here in front of him. So he's complicated. He's extremely complicated. Shaker maker. He's narcissistic. Will he ever go to jail? Okay. Will he ever go to jail? Ever. Ever is a long time. That's a long-term reading. But we'll see. We will see. We shuffle them up real good. Yeah. That was terrible, but all right, Shaker Maker. Let's see. Will he ever go to jail? Will he ever get in that much trouble? we ever kind of have that issue? Let's see. I'm saying no. I'm saying no, he won't ever go to jail. I don't think he's going to go to jail because of any of these things happening. I would say, he's extremely tight with his earthly stuff that he has here, his possessions, including money, but not just money. He's very very close to the chest with all of his belongings and all his possessions. He'll walk away from what looks like jail here. You've got the cups all lined up and stuff, so that could be the jail, and he's walking away. So I see him walking away from jail. He knows how to work the system. He knows. He's been through these judgments before. He's been through this before. He knows how to work the system, and it's like he always comes out on top. He always comes up with something new that keeps him from having that issue. He always comes up with something new that keeps him from getting in that much trouble. So, what cards do I look for jail cards? Well, I look at this one a lot because, again, there's no going back. There's a wall there. There's a barrier where he can't get through that barrier. He can't get through the barrier. So if he was walking towards it, then I would say, oh yeah, he's in jail. He's there, and he can't get out. But when he's heading away, like in this card here, that to me just shows that, yeah, he's walking away from that barrier. He's walking away from that. Mix that along here with the Magician, and you already know, that he knows how to work the system. He knows how to work the system. He knows how to get past the judgment, and he always comes up with a new idea. Those are some cards I would look for jail. I mean, other cards that you look for, of course, are the some of the other ones that we had before. The was it the eight of wands, where it looks like there's a jail cell behind him. That's always that one I would look at for a jail reading. I mean, you could even go with the 7 of wands. You could go with the 7 of wands. That could possibly be a jail reading where there's an issue, where there's fighting and there's an issue. I'm trying to look through real quick for other jail type cards. Again, the 5 of wands, even there's been conflict. The 7 of wands, if he was a thief. Those are all ones that I would look at for, pretty bad. Maybe even the Hermit, where he's going to be alone for a long time. Stuff like that. Those are things I would look at for that type of reading. I was trying to see if I could find anything else. A burden, a 10 of wands burden. And there you go, the 9 of wands. The 9 of wands, I would say, if we got the 9 of wands in this reading, I would say yes, he definitely would be going. He's definitely in jail. He would be going or is in jail at this point. But that's not really what we got. We got where he's walking away from it. So I would say no, he's probably not ever going to go to jail. He's a good liar. And he's, probably, he can definitely, with the Magician there, he can definitely lie his way out of the paper bag. That's for sure. So All right, folks. Let's see, what time is it here? Yeah, it's 5 minutes to 7. I do have a hard time here at by 7 o'clock. So I could do one more quick reading if somebody has one more really quick question, and then I have to go. So this will be our last question if somebody has one. And if not, then we'll just say goodbye and we'll come back and try again tomorrow night. Yeah, the tower would have been an abrupt change, that's for sure. That would have been some type of a catastrophic, abrupt change. So, all right. Nobody else has any questions, it looks like. I am going to end the show now. I appreciate everybody who's here, everybody who was here, and everybody who watches this later on. Oh, Tiffany, just at the very end, you just made it. Will you have C's baby? Are you with C right now? This is going to be our last question, because I have a hard stop at 7. 8 of Cups is regret. Yeah. You're not with C now, but you want to have a baby with C. Okay. He will, he'll be shocked if you have a baby with him at this point. All right, let's see what we get here for you, Tiffany. I'm glad I could get your last reading in. Well, you're moving into being happy and supported by a lot of people. You're very triumphant. You're emotionally ready for this. But I don't know that he is. He feels like he doesn't want to be tied down. That's what I would say with that. He doesn't want to be tied down with a baby at this point. That's kind of what I'm getting here. He's too immature. It's not really a good time for that because he is too immature, and he'll take something from you. He'll steal your heart. He'll take something from you that, he could take custody. That could be, the worst case scenario. He could take custody of the baby and stuff like that. So that could definitely be an issue. So I would say you're ready, but he is not, due to immaturity. And if you did have a baby with him, he would take something away from you. Something would be taken away, Tiffany. So I appreciate your question. I hope that answers it. I don't see where it's going to happen now. And like I said, because he's immature, there could be a time in the future where his maturity level gets to be a lot better, and he, and then that would be a good time to do it. That would be a time for another reading. Probably not in another week, but a little ways down the road. So thank you for your question, Tiffany. I appreciate it. I appreciate you coming in. I'm sorry you're so late and I have to stop. So, but I will be here again tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So that's 3 o'clock on the West Coast, and that'll be good. All right. I appreciate everybody being here. Thank you very much, Karina. Thank you all for being here. I appreciated it. Doing this for you guys is helping me just as much as it's helping you. So thank you. You all have a good night. Everybody who watches this at some later time, I appreciate you watching later too. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye now.